Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we are going to be talking about how to reduce your maintenance time on your planted aquariums. So a lot of us do struggle with maintenance and have to spend hours and hours after cleaning our aquariums, and that's how we lose all the fun and the hobby. We stop enjoying it, and then we start looking for other options. So it's good we do some things right in the beginning so that we don't have to spend a lot of time on the maintenance and we can enjoy our aquariums. So I'm going to share with you 5 of the tips that have really helped me out in keeping this aquarium as it is today. So earlier, if you have seen this aquarium before, some of you guys must be already who are here, have been following the channel, must have seen the old aquarium, how it used to look. There used to be a complete different set of plants over here. But I had so many algae issues that I had to do something about it. I had done a lot of research, gone through a lot of articles, I read a lot of books, and finally I started doing some things and I started seeing changes. Also a lot of WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, I asked a lot of questions, a lot of people who helped me out over here, and thanks to all of those who have given me those tips and helped me. So I'm going to share these 5 tips with you guys so it makes your life easier as well. And before we go and start ahead with the video, please make sure you guys go and hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And at the end of the video, if you do enjoy watching this video and find it helpful to you, please make sure you leave a like for us.
So the most important thing, guys, now we want to reduce our maintenance time. So that means we are not going to be doing a lot of maintenance on the tank, but then we need someone who's going to do it for us. And for that to be done, we need something in the tank that's going to be doing it for us. So for this, we have cleanup crew, and we have different types of cleanup crews. We have Amano shrimps, we have snails, we have Corridora catfish, different types of fishes that clean all the dirt at the bottom of the gravel. So let's take a look at all of these and I'll show you what each one of them does for my tank. So to start, we have the Amano shrimps over here. We have 4 of these Amano shrimps in the tank. Beautiful looking shrimps, white transparent shrimps. They do a good job with all the hardscape in the tank and all the plants. They go make sure they eat all the algae they can find on these things. They don't go and clean the glass for you, but for that I have my snails over here. So I have a lot of zebra snails, netrite snails in the tank. And these snails, they are the most favorite thing that I have in my tank because they clean all the leaves, all the tank surfaces. These puppies, they work so hard day and night. They make sure they go to every corner, the rocks, the leaves, the filter surface, the glass surface, the gravel. They clean out everything for me. They make sure my tank is always clean. You can see how clean those rocks are. Look at that snail going inside that small notch over there. So they make sure they as well, they go everywhere and clean it out. You can see one snail, he's chilling here. The man was trying to find his algae. Look at my Bucephalandra, guys. It is looking so good. And I have Corridoras over here. So the Corridoras that I have 2 black and I have 1 albino Corridora. These guys, they do a really good job, especially in making sure they keep the entire floor free of any food that is falls down when I feed my fish. So all the food that remains down, these guys, you see how he's digging, he makes sure everything is eaten and taken care of. Next thing on our list, guys, is the water flow and the filter that you're using for your tank. So in natural environments, we have rivers that are flowing continuously, dragging out all the dirt from the rivers and taking it downstream. So that's what your filter is going to do for you when you have a good flow. It's going to push all the dirt all around the aquarium. It's not going anywhere downstream, but it's eventually going to be sucked up by the intake filter, and everything is going to get cleaned out, and all the fresh and clean water is going to come out of your filter from here. So investing in a good filter is always a good thing to do. We are using a Seachem Tidal 35 over here, and I have the Seachem Matrix as my media filter for this, and it's doing an amazing job at keeping this tank clean. So make sure you guys spend a little more, but make sure you have a good filter.
The next thing we are going to talk about is lights. And as important as it is to have good lights, it's also important to make sure you know how many hours you need to keep your lights on for. So usually for planted tank, guys, I don't recommend, no matter what light you use, high tech, low tech, whatever light it is, I don't recommend any lights to be kept on more than 8 hours. Earlier, even when I was new, I used to have my lights on like for 12 hours, 14 hours, the whole day, like from morning till night, because I wanted to see my tank all the time. But then what I used to face is a lot of algae issues. Always there should be algae build up in the tank. So the plants and the algae, they are always competing with each other for nutrients, for light. The more the light, then you will see the algae developing. Give it less amounts of light, but give it adequate amounts of light, and make sure that you have a light that can, you know, switch on and off automatically. So you have a set time when it goes on and a set time when it goes off. So you see my Haiger over here, it is already set. So it goes on in 12 o'clock in the afternoon and it goes off at 7 o'clock in the evening. So that's it, 7 hours of light, and I don't do anything more than that on my tank. And the next thing you need to make sure, guys, if your tank is close to a window like this, like I have over here, it's a massive window. So make sure you have your curtains on, or it's in a shade. So I never open my curtains, they're always closed, because I don't allow any direct sunlight to my tank. Because you see my lights, they go on at 12 o'clock. So from morning till 12, till the time, you know, it's sunrise, it's hot outside, there's a lot of sun coming in the house, it can provide excess light, and that is also going to turn into algae in your tank. So make sure it's in a shaded area, and make sure the light goes on at one time and it comes on at the, you know, goes off at the right time as well. You need to keep track of these things. So 6 hours to 8 hours is generally what you would keep. Haiger is not a very high-tech light, but it's a very decent light. It comes with an automatic on-off function, which is really good. And if you guys have basic lights, you know, which don't have automatic on-off, no need to worry. You can just go to an electronic store or go online on Amazon, and you guys can find this the Wi-Fi timer switch. So you just plug it in your socket and then put your LED bulb switch in that, and then you can set it to a specific time that it goes on and it goes off, and that's it. And it hardly costs, and it's not very expensive as well. So make sure you guys give it adequate light and at adequate times. Don't extend the hours too much. Sometimes if you have guests and, you know, one off day you want to show the tank, maybe you have some kids at home, it's fine, you know, one day, but don't do it always, and it becomes a habit, and it will disturb the ecosystem or the plant cycle of, you know, at a time they start doing their photosynthesis and they stop doing their photosynthesis. So that's going to affect the plants. Make sure you do that, and that should also help you reduce your algae.
Next on our list, guys, we have fertilizers. So I would always recommend to use some good quality fertilizers, because I saw when I changed to this particular fertilizer which I'm using, which is the 2HR Aquarius, I saw a lot of difference in my tanks. So fertilizers do make a lot of difference. Earlier I was using a local made fertilizer over here in Abu Dhabi, and I think I had a lot of algae bloom with that. But maybe it's good for some tanks, but it was not for me. I definitely recommend that you guys look into fertilizers when you buy them, and make sure, you know, dose the right amount of fertilizers for your tank. Don't overdose your tanks, because that is going to give a lot of nutrients, excess nutrients in your tank for the algae specifically. So make sure you use good quality fertilizers, either the 2HR Aquarius, you have fertilizers from Tropica, you have fertilizers even from ADA, good quality. Everything comes on the back. They show you how much you need to dose, how much amount ml for how many liters of tank, and how many times a day or how many times a week you need to dose it. So I dose mine only like 1 ml in 2 days. That's the maximum I do. So make sure you're using good fertilizers in the right amount, and that will definitely help you in the long run, and you will have much better plants with better growth in your tank. So guys, the last and the most simple tip for you is to have and add a lot of plants in your tank. I know this can be expensive sometimes, but there are a lot of plants that are very cheap, you know, and especially fast growing plants, because these plants are really going to help you to fight the algae issues in your tank. So there are plants out there like, you know, Kabomba, or there are Hornwort. These plants will grow really fast, so they will outcompete all the algae in your tank. That way you won't have any algae issues. So I have some Vallisneria, I have Rotala. These are decent growers. They do grow, you know, fast, but not as the Kabomba or the Hornwort, but still decently fast enough to make sure that the algae is not growing in my tank. And usually you need to cover at least 70% surface area of your soil with plants. I have still not covered that, but I'm working towards it. I'm adding more plants. So hopefully I'll have more plants in the tank. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please make sure you leave a like for us. And guys, if you're new to the channel, please go make sure you hit the subscribe button and subscribe to us. Thank you so much, and bye.